In a small town in Delta State, there lived a young man named John and his mother, Deborah. Life had not been kind to them. They struggled day and night, working odd jobs just to make ends meet. John, though poor, was a hardworking young man who believed that with dedication, his luck would one day change. But his mother, Deborah, had grown weary of their endless struggle. She saw no hope in the honest work they did, and slowly, a dark thought began to grow in her mind. She had heard whispers around town about quick riches from Yahoo internet scams, as they called it. And to Deborah, it seemed like an easy way out. So one evening, she turned to her son and said, "John, why don't you try Yahoo? See what it could bring to us." John was taken aback. He looked at his mother, his heart sinking. He never thought his own mother would suggest such a thing. At first, he resisted her words, saying, "Mama, I can't do that. It's wrong. I'll work harder, but I won't give up my values." Yet, day after day, Deborah urged him. "John, look at how we live. Are you going to let us suffer forever when others are getting rich? If you won't think of yourself, at least think of me, your mother." Her words grew louder, more desperate each day, filling John's mind with guilt and confusion. And so, tired and defeated, John finally gave in. He sought out his friends who had already embraced this dark path, and they took him to a local barber, a feared herbalist, a man known for his powerful, though sinister, magic. The barber welcomed him with a knowing smile, as if he had been expecting him. He looked John up and down, sizing him up before he spoke. "You want money, eh?" the barber asked, his voice deep and echoing. "Then you must prove how badly you desire it." John nodded, his heart pounding with fear and regret. Then the barber leaned closer, his eyes cold and intense. "The ritual is simple," he said. "Go home and lie with your mother. Then the money will flow to you." The words hit John like a heavy blow. Lie with his own mother. He could barely believe what he was hearing. Sick with shame, he left the barber's place, his mind racing. When he got home that night, Deborah could see something was wrong. "What did the barber say?" she asked, eager to know what would bring them the riches she longed for. John hesitated, looking down, unable to meet her eyes. But eventually, he spoke. "Mama," the barber said, "if I want to be rich, I have to sleep with you first." His voice trembled as he spoke. Deborah was silent for a moment, but then, to John's horror, she simply shrugged and said, "Is that all? Then do it." John was stunned. He had thought that hearing the condition would bring his mother back to her senses, that she would realize how wrong all of this was. But no, she was serious. She was ready to go through with it, all for the promise of riches. John felt his soul breaking. "No, Mama," he cried. "I would rather be poor forever than cross such a line. I would rather work until my hands bleed than betray my own soul." But Deborah persisted, urging him, nagging him, trying to convince him to do this terrible thing. Each day felt heavier than the last, and John was drowning in despair, unable to escape his mother's relentless words. Finally, one day, John made a decision. A decision that would free him from his mother's pressure, from the shame, from the pain of feeling forced into a path he couldn't accept. He chose the only escape he could see. The next morning, the town found him. John had taken his own life, unable to live with the weight of what was being asked of him. His spirit, pure and unyielding, had finally found peace. As for Deborah, she was left to face the loss and the pain of her own doing. She had pushed her only son to a dark end, all in the name of wealth. The town spoke of John's tragedy for years to come, a tale told to remind everyone of the dangers of losing one's soul for the sake of riches. And so, my dear viewers, do you think Deborah's desperation for wealth was justified? How far would you go for a better life? Do you think John made the right choice, or was there another way out? Let's discuss. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please turn on the notification bell so you can get notification anytime I upload interesting video like this. See you in my next video.